£1,000 a week. How much do you get paid a month, officer? Yes, Sam, I'm probably on about 2,000 a month, but you know, by the time I pay me rent and everything else, I'm probably only left with about 500 quid a month. Exactly that, officer. That's why if I was a prison officer, I would just find a prisoner that I could bring phones in for and get 2,000 a week. Obviously all quiet and nobody needs to bloody know. What do you mean? Okay, yes, here's a number. Just ring my friend outside. He'll give you the phones and he'll give you half the money. And then once you bring the phones in, he'll give you the rest. Yes, that's how it works. And then the next thing, Sam, I've got them for you. Okay, well, just stick them under my pillow. You're just coming in to give me some mail, officer. Just stick them under my pillow while you give me my mail. Thank you. Go and get the rest. That's how you do it. That's why I always had phones in jail. I had and all the time I was known for having phones in prison. That is how I used to have my phones. Just before, like the thing with prison officers, females, I used to have, especially in fucking Durham. Oh my god, there was some prison officer in Durham. I won't say her name. She's quite tidy as well. She doesn't work as a prison officer no more. She actually follows me as well, so she'll probably be watching us. So one day I'm walking out of our wing to go to the education department, and as I'm walking through, I see her proper looking at me, and I went to her, "You're far too good looking to work as a prison officer, you." Straight away, that's what I said to her. I said, "You're far too good looking to be working as a prison officer, you." She went, "Sam, you can't say that to me." I said, how do you know my name? You don't even work on our bloody wing. Everybody knows you, Sam, in this prison. Most of the prison officers know you in this prison. Oh, do they? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm just stating a fact, right? So as I walk to the education department, she just happens to go and be working in the education department that afternoon. As I'm going to the toilet, she's there, and she called me over, got chatting to her, and nothing ever happened with us, like in a different, like a thingy way. Do you know what I mean? Or kind of exciting way. Nothing ever happened with her, but we used to have like a little flirt, and one day I'll never ever fucking forget it. She turned around to me and went, "Sam, be careful, they're going to search your cell tonight." She went, "If you've got a phone, get rid of it." And I'll never ever forget that. I thought, you know what, good on you. She literally saved me, because that night I did get a search by fucking security where she'd found out, and I was like, nice one. And then when I got out, she messaged me. And that's the thing, I've been with a couple of prison officers, but never in jail. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have been there in jail, but I'm always that type of prisoner that fucking gets to keep clock. The lads will say, "Hey Sam, can you just keep clock by the door to make sure no one comes in?" Yeah, no problem, lad, yeah. I'm thinking, you jammy bastard. Can you ask her, can I join in, lad? Nah, bro, I can't, bro, it'll fuck me graft up. Alright, so I'll just keep clock then, lad. I've been in a couple of years, but I'll just stand there and make sure no one comes into your room, lad. And that's it. And that's it, but yeah, them fucking prisons. But that's what I'm saying, I never really had beef with many prisoners at all. There's never really beef with prisoners. Even like in Forest Bank, I remember a riot team come for me in Forest Bank, and I've got to respect them, because they broke my shoulder, dislocated it, right? But but here's the thing, I could turn around and say they used violence, but he didn't. It was just that it popped. They come in and they said to me, "Right, you go on the block." I went, "I'm not." And then they brought the riot team in. And then when the riot team come in, they go, "Sam, come on, please, bro, just come the block of us. They want to block you off from the wing to put me in solitary confinement." I think it was for a phone or a charger, whatever it was. I said no, and he went, "Look, we're gonna have to twist you up, Sam, to take you then." I went, "Go on." I said, "Do it then." I said, "We'll just have it." And you know what? They come with the shields and fucking hit me with the shields, but he didn't use any violence in a bad way. Just ran at me with the shield, and then fucking grabbed me. But as he's grabbed me, as my arms come behind my shoulder here, it's this shoulder, as it's come behind, it's popped. So my hands are like behind me to get handcuffed, and it's popped. And I've said to him, my shoulders just fucking popped. And he turned around to me, went, "Yeah," he said, "You're not going to do anything now?" I said, "No." he went in, we're going to the block, he went, I'll tie your arms to the front. And that's what he done. I'll never ever forget that. He tied my arms to the front instead of the back. Now, if he was a dickhead, he would have just kept them at the back and just left me in really bad pain. And he didn't. I'll never forget that. I thought to myself, good on them. And then I got taken to solitary confinement. Little fuckers took me to bloody solitary. I didn't mind because it didn't really affect me the way it does most prisoners, because I like to read. So the only thing with solitary confinement is you just can't have a telly. But I don't fucking watch telly anyway. So you can keep your bloody telly. Keep your fucking telly. I don't fucking want it. I just read books. Right. Good evening, everyone. Anyway, just to let you know, we are in Live Pro. This is the final, guys. We are in. We've got 92 seconds. We've online in terms of how they feel, but if you know the issues you might have or what the courts are saying, just try and address it at least then. Let me tell you something, your child, if you address your issues, when you get older, your child will never ever fucking dislike you. He will always look back and think, do you know what?
But Sam, right, you okay, like, let me put it this way, right? I don't think I'm explaining myself properly, right? So, the reason why I've asked you this question isn't to put you on the spot or anything, and I apologise if I have, but it's because you're a man, and that's one thing, because you're a man, and secondly, because you're a man that's probably got friends that have not probably been easy themselves in their lives. Do you know what I mean? So these uneasy individuals who are not bad individuals, I'm not judging, who have probably had their own difficulties in their childhoods, in their adolescence, do these people change generally? Do their thoughts patterns change as they go on? Because you're a man that has experience with these people from when they've been kids and they've had difficulties.
You've got to understand, his mind will only change based on how you change. So if you continue to be negative in his eyes, his mind will change to automatically think negatively. But if you help yourself in terms of the alcohol, like drinking, whatever, just completely cut it out, even if it's only a few times a week, cut out your life completely. And if he sees that you've changed, then he will respect you more, and he'll want to be around.
So do people like you who are not, I'm not going to say you're not neurotypical because I don't know you, but clearly you think a different way and you have a different way of thinking, and your empathy hits a different level. And I'm not saying you're not empathetic, because everyone's special in their own ways and everyone has superpowers. So you have your own superpowers in life. You're a super individual that's been born with certain traits that has an impact on the world. Like, so that's a very important thing. So everyone has that. So as a pair, like, you have neurotypical people who do things a certain way, in a certain order, and people can predict their behaviour. I feel like my son's like you. You can't predict what he's thinking, feeling, what's going to bug him, what's not going to bug him. But when someone hurts you, do you always come around eventually when it comes to people you love?
Only if they adjust themselves. So it doesn't matter. I for me personally, unless someone adjusts themselves, if they've made me feel in a certain way.
Alexa, volume down.
If they've made me feel in a certain way, if they continue with that behaviour, then I will never ever change with them. But if
have you been diagnosed with ADHD then?
I used to have one as a kid. I don't class myself as having it now, but I had it when before everyone's diagnosed. I had it in the 90s, but
did they diagnose you in the 90s then?
Yeah. About 1995, I think it was. But I don't class myself as having it now. But regardless of that, you got to understand that your kid, if you change, your kid will change, and that's what you need to remember.
So my kid just wants to know that I'm there. I'm a changed mother.
Exactly.
I'm an available mother.
Exactly that.
And I've got to always put the work in as a mother, even though I'm not getting anything back.
100%, and you got with 10 years old, we should never, as adults, we should never expect anything back from our children.
No,
that's okay. Other than the fact that we love them, they love us. But if he sees that you've changed, I guarantee fact that he will change the way. If he doesn't want to see you now, I guarantee fact in future he will want to see you as much as he possibly can.